Good morning, fourth graders. This is Math for Tuesday. Today, to be ready for a successful day in math, you will want to have reteach and practice 20.4, and you may want to go find your fraction strip card, which you colored to look exactly like my board here. So those are going to be very helpful tools to do our lesson today, which is all about estimating with fractions. We have estimated with adding, estimated with subtracting, and multiplying and dividing this year. And we always learn that we estimate so that we can get an answer that's in the ballpark. We are not going to find exact sums sums today of fractions, but we want to be able to get in the ballpark. And to do that successfully, we really have to imagine what those fractions look like in our mind. Or use one of these models. So to begin with, to warm up, keeping this model in front of you or in your mind, even better, because we don't always have this model in our life, we want to do a lot of comparing today with whether or not fractions are less than a half or greater than a half. So I want you to imagine your board right now, and I'm going to need some help. Can you name some fractions that are less than a half? All right, if you're looking at your board, you know that something like 1/4 or 1/5, 1/6, 1/7 if we had it, 1/8, 1/10, 1/12. Those are all fractions that are less than a half. If I have 2/4, no, that is 1/2, right? But maybe 2/5. Maybe 2/6, but not 3/6 because 3/6 is right on a half. Maybe 2/7, maybe 3/7, but probably not 4/7. Some others of eighths are 2/8, 3/8. But again, we're going to stop and not say 4/8 because today we want to make sure that we're thinking about what these fractions, if they are less than a half or greater than a half. And I think it's also helpful to know some of those half ones, right? So down here, let's list a few automatic half ones. Don't you know that 2/4, 3/6, 4/8, 5/10, 6/12, 7/14, 8/16, 9/18, and 10/20. All of those fractions are exactly half. And so if I have a number of my numerator, let's look at our 12ths here. If I have 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 twelfths, I have less than a half. But as soon as I hit 6 or greater number of twelfths, I have something that's greater than a half. So things like 7 twelfths, 8, that's just a plain old 8, twelfths, 9 twelfths, 10 twelfths, etc. If it's bigger than this half, I know my fraction is greater than 1. Again, let's just look at a couple other ones. What about my eighths? Well, I know that 1, 2, and 3/8 are less than a half. I know my 4/8 is right at the halfway mark, and so that leaves fractions like 5/8, 6/8, 7/8. Now, isn't that almost, can you picture that stick? It's almost the whole stick. And of course, 8/8 is the whole thing. So your knowledge of what is less than a half of a stick, what is greater than a half of a stick, and perhaps bouncing it off what you know of as the half mark, that is going to be really, really helpful to you today as we estimate our fractions. Let's take a look at this example of real life that we find in our math book. Look at this little grid. It says Carlos wants to hike at least a mile. Should he take Falls Trail or Mine Trail? So how do we go about estimating with fractions? Our answers today are mostly going to be whether or not our sum will be less than 1 or greater than 1. So if I want to figure out this trail question, if I look at Falls Trail, I see that there are two pieces that make up this red line. I see the first piece is 3/8 of a mile. And I've got to stop and think about, is that less than a half or greater than a half? That's right. It is less than a half because 4/8 is exactly a half and 3 is less than 4. So this is less than a half. 1/6, we've already said today, is less than a half. So I know if I put two pieces that are less than a half together, I have less than a mile for my Red Falls Trail. Now let's look at the Mine Trail. The first piece of blue is 7/8. Can you imagine that model without even seeing it? Don't you know that 7/8 is a pretty big fraction of that stick of dark blue? And then the second piece over here is 5/6. Again, counting order is usually a pretty full stick, isn't it? And I think of, well, 3/6 is that halfway point, and I've got more than 3. I've got 5 pieces of the 6th. So my two pieces on the blue trail are both greater than half, so that makes my Mine Trail greater than a mile, greater than 1 whole, or greater than 1. So that's what they're going to suggest that you do for almost all these problems today. You can estimate to solve this problem. One way to estimate the sum of two fractions is by comparing each add-in, each piece to a addition problem, to a half. And if I think about my models again, if I have my one stick, let me pull a few out. If I have my one whole, and I've got, let's say, for right now, 1/5, and then I'm going to maybe add 2/6. Now that's a little tricky one because it almost looks like it's almost half. But is that, no, if I put the one green and the two blue together, it is going to be less than 1 stick because this is less than a half. You know that without even looking. And you know 2/6 is less than a half. So if I have 2 on the smaller side pieces, it's going to be less than that red stick. If I have things that are greater than this pink half, putting them together would make it greater than 1 whole red stick. I hope that makes sense to you as you begin to understand what those fractions are and what they look like in model form. So let's take a look at, why don't we jump in with reteach, because we've got some good solid problems on that, and it will be asking us to think about that model. So if you have your fraction strip paper, that one you colored with colored pencils in front of you, that is a reference that you are allowed to use today. But I hope that as we begin to be more and more comfortable with fractions, we can just begin to see these pieces in our mind and compare them to a half so that we can find the answer as we estimate. Our directions say estimate each sum, and our answer, the way we're going to express it a lot today, is greater than 1 or less than 1. Please don't take shortcuts. Let's just take a second to spell those out and get them right. So put your thinking caps on because you guys are all stars, and we're going to try to figure this out today. Number 1, if I have 6/7, are you imagining that stick? Even though I don't even have 7ths on my board, I know that 6 of the 7, that counting order, is almost that whole stick. I would just need one more piece. So this is over a half. And be careful with this, 5/9. Odd numbers have a half too, you know. Half of 9 is actually 4.5 or 4.5. And I've got 5. So this 5/9, if I could imagine it, would be just a little bit over half. So this is a lot over half. This is a little over half. So my answer is going to be greater than 1 because I'm putting two pieces bigger than a half together to make something that's greater than 1 whole. That's how we're going to estimate. How about this one? 1/3 plus 1/8. That will be less than 1 because both pieces are less than half. Now 2/3, can you picture those two orange ones? That is beyond half. And how could I know by looking at it? Well, hopefully you begin to know that half of 3 is 1.5, right? 1.5 and 1.5 would be equal to 3. So this is a bit beyond half, and 3/6 is half, so this is beyond half. So together it makes a sum greater than 1. What about this one? 1/2 is right dead on half, and 2/3 is going to be greater than that half. So when I put those two pieces together, I have a sum that will be greater than 1. Number 5 says 2/10. Well, you know that 5/10 is that halfway point, so this is less than half. And 3/5 is, that's right, just a little bit beyond, a little bit bigger than a half. Ooh, what do you think about this one? If I'd put that together, I think it would be less than 1. So be careful. That's a little tricky because this is just a little beyond. Okay, a little bit beyond. Can I show that to you? Yes, I think I can. Sorry, I keep grabbing my model. But let's see, we've got 2/10. Maybe we should just show it like this. Here is 1. Because I'll tell you, some are going to be awfully close and you got to be really careful. So I'm trying to show in picture form 2/10, there it is, and 3/5. All right, so if I think about what they look like, use my models. I know you can't pull out your pieces, but you can see that it is less than 1. So think about what those models look like. How about number 6? 3/7, which remember what's half of 7? Oh yeah, 3.5 is half. 3.5 is half of 7. So this is a little under half. This is way under half. So my answer is less than 1. 1/7, that's a pretty tiny piece. But ooh, 9/10. This is a challenging one. You know 9/10 is almost the whole stick. And you know 1/7 is a pretty small piece. But remember, it would only take 1/10 more to make the whole stick. And tenths are smaller than sevenths. So this is going to be greater than 1. All right, how about this one? 2/5, a little bit less than half. 3/4, a good portion of the stick. So I think it's going to be greater because it's not going to be a lot greater if I use my imagination. And let's just see once if we can quickly show it here, because sometimes we want to just kind of make sure. Today it's all about estimating. And 3 of my fourths. Sorry to make you so blurry here as I grab different things, but see, you can see that it is greater than 1. How about this? 5/6. So there's that counting order again, which means it's almost the whole stick. And over half of 10. Remember, 5 is half of 10. So if I put those two bigger pieces together, I'm going to have a sum that's greater than 1. 1/3, 3/8. Good job. In your mind, you were saying less than 1. Number 11. 4/5, counting order, a good chunk of the stick, and 6/9. My brain says, what's half of 9? Oh yeah, 4.5. So both of those pieces are greater than half. That gives me a estimated sum greater than 1, because you know a half and a half, together will make 1. 2/5 and 1/6. Yes, less than 1. I hope that you're beginning to get some of the answers. I'm pausing so that you can try to think it through yourself. How about 5/9 and 1/4? It would be less than 1. This is a tiny piece, and this is just a tiny bit over half. So you got to kind of think about where it would be also. How about this? 1/8, 1/12. Oh, you know those ones are usually really tiny pieces. And together then they would be less than that red stick. How about 5/9? There it is, that 5/9 again, right? A little over that 4.5, which is half of 9, so a little bit over. And another little sixth. The sum will be less than 1. Okay, we've got a few more. I hope you're catching on to really, it's not that difficult if you use your model or if you think about what that halfway point is on my stick of fractions. 1/2, can imagine that, and 1/3. I think it's going to be less than 1. Do you want to see that one? I have 1/2 and 1/3. Sure enough, it is less than 1. How about 2/3, a little over half, or a good chunk of that, plus 1/2? That will be greater than 1. A few more.